333. R.I.P.P. Don P. Ph.D. Yo. I said, R.I.P. TV. Tell the homie. Mob Deep Mondays, that's everyday, thoughty. It's all for the community. That's what P showed me. We lost without the unity. Where the fuck is the OGs? R.I.P.P. God bless the real. Only for the righteous. The rest will go to hell. Flipping through the book of Revelation, figure it out. Transliterate the translation, do it yourself. It's the last days, life is a test and we in a cage. Concrete jungle, everyday struggle. Fuck the pain, I'm on some HNIC shit. Hegelian 3 shit. If you don't know what I mean, you was never G. Real shit, R.I.P. Yo, P, play that beat back, 333. Burn some weed, repeat that. Shake me up a tuka pack, break me off for 20 piece. I'm gone, never looking back. Y'all can't talk to me. R.I.P. TV, tell the homie. Mob Deep Mondays, that's everyday, thoughty. It's all for the community. That's what P showed me. We lost without the unity. Where the fuck is the OGs? Like the weed, play some IMD for me. It's hell on earth for real, but y'all don't wanna see paper trail politics. All the shit was prophecy, strictly for the family. Peace to the prodigy. R.I.P.P. I sleep when it's time for me. Dope dreams bring the skizzy, pour the Hennessy. Searching for some inner peace, couple hundred G's. Deadly weapons and some weed just for you and me. R.I.P.P. I sleep when it's time for me. Dope dreams bring the skizzy, pour the Hennessy. Searching for some inner peace, couple hundred G's. Deadly weapons and some weed just for you and me. Yo.
Yo, what up, man? What up? Yo, I got lost in this new Instagram feature. Apparently you can like fucking automate the words that you type now. So, Dank, what up, man? Mr. RN, what up? It's just us for now. It's time to roll the fuck up, man. It's time for the Dour Hour. I've been in music making mode like a motherfucker lately, and that is exactly why I haven't been doing the Dour Hour, and I actually skipped morning meditation today because I just keep making beats, man. I can't stop. And while the juice is flowing, yeah, man, you gotta let that shit flow. If you're creative in any way whatsoever, you gotta let that shit rock. It'll run out eventually, and when it does, then I'll go back to mixing records. But while I got this music in my brain, it's got to get out of there somehow. So, welcome to the Dour Hour, everybody. I have not been very consistent with the Dour Hour lately, and I apologize. But that means I'm busy. So, as I ask every episode of the Dour Hour in the beginning, yo, what the fuck is up? What the fuck is up, everybody? Well, actually, Dank, the funny thing about that is that's still the unmastered version, but when I made videos out of it, Adobe Premiere just brought the volume up to a certain level. It basically mastered it for me. So, I haven't really listened to them because I've listened to them 8 billion times. But if that's the case, and Adobe Premiere is like a hack way to master shit on the low, then I'm just going to start using that shit. Because it's still the same version, homie. I literally just, whenever I hit export the video file, it automatically brought everything up to a certain level of volume. So, fuck it. Ali M, what up, man? It's time to roll the fuck up and talk about whatever. What do you guys want to talk about today? Tonight's Beat Boutique, so I hope you guys are ready. Yeah, what up, what up? Yeah, Beat Boutique tonight, man. I'm hyped. I'm hyped because instead of having to play old beats in order to get everybody into the motion of things, I've made so many fucking beats in the last couple of days. Like this last week, I've literally have just been, you guys have seen it. I've been cooking up in the morning, in the evening, the afternoon, whatever, man. Just going at it. It's literally, I have drawn inspiration from you guys. The 333 during Beat Boutique and the beat battle and whatnot has fully inspired me to start making beats again. And also, big shout out to the motherfucking homie Billy Lines for technically, literally getting me making beats again. Because without his assistance, I would not be doing this right now. Yeah, tonight's going to be fun, man. I've been going crazy. That's all I've been doing is making beats lately. It's been fun though. Without exaggeration, I probably took an entire decade off from making beats. Maybe not a decade, but I would say somewhere between 7 and 8 years before I started banging on the keys again. Technical glitches on the internet. God, fucking Bushwick. Anyway, but yeah. I'm banging away. Plus, I will be announcing on Beat Boutique tonight, because this is the audience that I'm going to be aiming for anyway with the new show. But on Sundays, I'm going to be doing a new show called The Beat Shop. So, got some things going on. Dank, I got one very important question. What are you smoking right now? These are the important questions we must ask ourselves. Me personally, I am smoking on Gorilla Glue number 4. And it's pretty fucking good, man. I'm not a Gorilla Glue fan, but number 4 is easily my favorite iteration of it. Tin, I usually smoke 2 blunts during this time period. So we'll see. I got a couple things I got to do, but probably at least until around 5 o'clock, I imagine. Maybe not. Who knows? You might come back on and I might not even be here. I might be doing the other shit I got to do with myself. So, what up? And, if we're not going to, I really got nothing to talk about today other than, what's been going on in the world, but we're already up on what's going on in the world. Political theater, football season's over, but that just means that my Sundays are open now. So with the closing of one door opens up another one. Now I have an entire day that does not exist in my calendar. So what the hell am I going to do on my Sundays now? I'm so used to watching football, literally. I wake up on Sundays and start fantasy football picks at like 10 a.m. And then I'm not done until like 2 o'clock in the morning on Sundays consuming football. Dank, there are legal shenanigans. Yeah, we'll just call it that. Yeah, there's legal hurdles to clear. Which is exactly why Hegelian has been up on my YouTube channel for years. It's got to be like 3 years I've had the whole album up at this point. But since I finally got Adobe Premiere, I could put each song up by itself instead of having to put up the whole album. But, I mean, you go look on YouTube and there's got to be 100 to 200 videos of each song. Probably even more than that. So, I mean, at least there's that. It's like the last, I guess you would call it, streaming outlet that it's like the last frontier. Almost is kind of what it feels like. Masters of the last frontier, homie. So, what else? Yo, the crypto world's going crazy, people. I don't know if you guys are participating or not, but it is on fire right now. That's usually well, I mean, until I honestly 100% honest with you, I am not privy to the mechanisms in the machine. So, yeah, I'm not a mechanism within the machine of that aspect. I'm like the motherboard or something. The processor, that's a better fitting. I'm the processor and I'm housed in a whole different unit of this machine. So, you know, I just stay focused, laser focused on whatever it is I have to do and whatever it is I can do. That's it. That's it. Like Tom Brady says, laser focused. So, you guys know. You guys know 1,000,000% that when this guy finds out anything and it's solid information that is allowed to be revealed and things of that nature, that you guys will know immediately. So, other than that, man, I just... Patience. Patience like a Buddhist monk. That's the key. And I think we've learned a lesson from this, just in general, that the gatekeepers of society have shown that they have the ability to remove something from all streaming services. Like that. Even if you bought it and downloaded it onto your phone, you no longer will actually have access to it. So we have learned that you don't actually download anything, you're just giving... It's more like a key to your apartment, you don't own it. So, it behooves you to acquire physical copies of the things that you like. Books, movies, music, any art, things of this nature, because we are entering a time period where things are just going to be removed from existence if it upsets anyone. Literally erased. History will be erased. Because Cardi B is a tool being used to destroy the family structure. Ali M, what crypto am I into? Well, clearly Bitcoin. Ethereum is always a home run. Chainlink is my favorite. The smaller coins that I am currently chasing after right now, and because I live in New York, I am very, very restricted on what I'm actually allowed to do in the crypto world. It's so stupid. If I cross the river and go into New Jersey, I can do whatever the fuck I want. But in New York, it's very, very restricted in the crypto universe. So the coins that I am currently hunting after right now: VeChain, Ontology, and BitTorrent. These ones are all $1 or below and on the stratospheric rise right now. So it would be prudent of all of us to get things while you can when they're very cheap, because at this stage a $50 buy-in could net thousands within less than a year. So it's not a bad flip. So, well, it's funny now because Dogecoin, which is a complete farce, there's no tech behind it, has become so valuable that just yesterday or this morning, I don't know, I get kind of lost in the time matrix sometimes. But recently, the architect of the Dogecoin has now gone back and his coders are actually making it a thing now. So that one would be one to get on because it's like 9 cents, 10 cents right now. Well, Ripple got delisted. So until they figure out their lawsuit with the SEC, because they're trying to say that Ripple has listed itself as a derivative or something like that, whatever it's called. And if you do that, you can't be decentralized. So, or regulated. It's a they require regulation under what they have listed themselves as. So, until Ripple wins this SEC lawsuit, because when it wins, it's going to shoot through the motherfucking roof the second it wins. But it might lose. You never know. But since it became under heavy SEC scrutiny, most of the exchanges have delisted it. So I'm staying away from that one until there's a decision made on that. This is the time. This is the adoption phase of blockchain. So now is the time period to find things like VeChain and Ontology and things like that. Find things that are going to grow exponentially and get in on them early like everyone did with Bitcoin. $100 in Bitcoin when it first got launched would have got you 22 million years ago. Who knows what it's worth now? Guys, got to be $50 million at this point. I mean, they're not all going to shoot from 1 cent up to 50,000. But realistic expectations can expect 1 cent to $1 to a couple of dollars, things of this nature. It happens all the time. D. Barry, what up, homie? So, one could assume, Aliem, that if the Simpsons and Matt Groening are talking about it, just wait. Or, I mean, it's like valueless right now. You can get a bunch of them. You can literally get thousands of them right now for a couple $100. So now is definitely the time to grab them and just wait for it. The thing is, D. Barry, me and you might have to talk because I cannot buy VeChain in New York. So if I send you some bread, you're going to have to buy it for me and send it my way. I will literally hit you up this afternoon if you're down to do that, because being in New York, I literally am restricted on, there's 50 fucking cryptos that I want to get that are unavailable in New York. Even on Coinbase, I go to get Graph and it says this is unavailable in your region. It's so stupid. So, homie, I'm going to hit you because I need VeChain, I need Ontology, and I need BitTorrent, and I'm having issues acquiring them right now. So this is the community. This is us. This is what we do. So I'm definitely going to hit you up, homie, because there's nothing within me that thinks that if I send you money to buy me crypto that you're not going to send it to me. You're part of the community and we're all dope. So I am definitely going to hit you up, homie, because I'm telling you, I've been trying for days watching shit just shoot through the fucking moon. I'm just like, oh my God, I'm missing out. So, dude, I tried everything, man. I joined like 7 different exchanges. I downloaded Binance. I got so many of them, and all of them the same thing. The second I try to add money and buy things, it says I'm restricted because my bank accounts are all registered in New York, and they know I'm here, even if I use a VPN. So, I'm totally fucking screwed. And dealing with my crypto homies, talking to one of the crypto cowboys last night, New York is the most restrictive state out of all 50 by far when it comes to crypto. Like, by far, one of the most restrictive. So you got to kind of find ways around it. And the way around it is, you got to have people you trust. So this is what we're going to do, man. We're going to get this shit together. I have no idea why, though, man. It's the same thing with sports gambling. You can't legally bet on sports in New York, but you can go to PA, New Jersey, any bordering state, and you can go legally gamble on sports. But in New York, it's illegal. So, yeah, D. Barry, that's the crazy thing about it, yo. It's like, I tried to do all of that. And the second I try to do anything, I can't even trade for these. They're unavailable in my region. It's fucking retarded. So I've been hearing lately that Wall Street itself, the New York Stock Exchange, might actually relocate out of New York because the taxes and whatnot are so outrageously high that even the stock exchanges is like, oh, we might leave New York and go to Florida. It's fucking nuts. Whew. She got gorilla punched. Good God. Yo, Dank, I was calling this one gorilla fingers because all of the butts literally look like a finger. They're all like this long and like they look like gorilla fingers. It's really odd. I mean, dude, if they ban crypto worldwide, then it's already over for the rest of the world. It's decentralized. It's controlled by no one. In order to ban it, they'd have to have quantum computing, which they're not up to yet, or they just have to shut down the internet altogether. So, if they can ban it worldwide, who cares? Who cares? Whatever money you had into it's gone regardless. If it was under your mattress, if it was in a bank, whatever, it doesn't fucking matter at that point. So, D. Barry, I know you got your Nexo wallet popping. Yeah, they're going to do the same thing, Dank, in Iran. They're going to cut off people's ability to even fuck with it. I mean, there's every single developed country in the world is building, exploring, building, and implementing digital currency in their own blockchain. This is why they want to get rid of all the other ones. They want their only. They want theirs to be the only one. They don't want the people to have freedom. But that's why Bitcoin is considered digital gold, because it'll never lose its value. It's already created the value. So As long as people still trust in it, it's just like any other thing. It's like gold. You know, gold may lose its value and whatnot a little bit, but never completely. It's like digital gold. There's only so much of it, and it's a safe haven against inflation right now. The more that the dollar gets weakened, the stronger that crypto and Bitcoin especially gets. So if you understand that it is a mission of these motherfuckers to absolutely eradicate the dollar completely so they can usher in a one world currency, then they're going to do it to the rest of them. So protect what it is that you already have or are going to get until that happens by stashing it in something that's not going to be destroyed when that move is made. That's the whole point. Well, yeah, man, Cam, you got it. I mean, see, RN, you're hilarious because Cam is totally missing out on an opportunity to create his own crypto and have computers Putin. He's totally missed out on that opportunity. So yeah, man, we're at adoption phase right now. Elon is fully in on crypto. Now, he's accepting Bitcoin as payment for Tesla, and he's moved $1.5 billion of Tesla's ledger sheet onto Bitcoin. So that just shot Bitcoin through the roof. But he has not yet implemented a blockchain for Tesla itself. So either Tesla is going to make their own blockchain, whichever one it is, get as many as you can, as fast as you can, because they are going to absolutely skyrocket. Or whichever blockchain that Tesla implements onto their technology, that one is going through the roof. I keep speculating that it's going to be Chainlink because Elon keeps hanging out with Larry Ellison, and that's Oracle's CEO. Oracle is Chainlink's blockchain. Chainlink is Oracle's blockchain. I got that backwards. So, you got to keep watching what Elon's doing because he moves the needle more than anybody else on the planet. I think Elon's smart enough to just build his own blockchain. I think he keeps fucking with crypto in the social sphere so that he could get a feeling and a gauge on what his is going to do if he launches his own. See, look, I got that beat that I've been working on stuck in my head. I'm over here bobbing to my fucking head and there's no music playing. This is Mr. RN. This is all to get into the one world currency. And that's fine. Just stay ahead of it. Don't get consumed by it. The further you can get ahead of it, the longer you'll be able to survive. Because if you don't get ahead of this, all of a sudden there's a switch or a change or a devaluation or whatever, who's to say that they say, well, your $1 is now only worth 50 cents, so in our new currency, we'll give you 50% or return. So say you had 100 racks that you worked to save up, well, now it's only worth 50 of the new one. So, or nothing. You might be completely dependent upon the state or whatnot to take care of you during the transition, kind of like during the Roni. So, in order to avoid that, let's empower ourselves. That's all this is about. This is breaking free from the chains of servitude. This is what this is about. Freeing yourselves so that you can be and do whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing. ACGC, what up, homie? I mean, it's literally on the horizon. It's been talked about. It's been assimilated in anything that you watch, movies, cartoons, TV shows, all of this stuff. So, I mean, most people were to assume the internet is going bananas today. Anyway, most people are to assume that none of this wild shit that's going on now could have ever happened. So, think ahead of yourselves just a little bit. If all of that shit can happen, well, what else can and will? Well, if you understand the full scope of the plan, then you know that all of the stuff that has happened is like this much of the plan and there's like this much left or whatever. So if you know what's left, then you can prepare as well as you possibly can. I mean, it wouldn't fucking surprise me that if it was him. This guy was sent here from the future or some other realm of existence to get humanity pushed into the next level of existence. Electric cars, digital money, PayPal, Tesla, all these things he's doing. These boring tunnels and high-speed trains, that, you know, all these things he's doing. Spaceships. It's like he was literally sent here in order to usher humanity into the next phase of existence. Now, that's just technological existence. I believe that in order to get to a conscious level of progression, that you have to get technologically and environmentally evolved first. Because you have to free humanity of work and the burden of labor in order for it to evolve. Does that make sense? So, that's the idea. If you can... Well, they have to. You can't tell everybody what's going to happen. So, but that's the idea. That's the sense, is to free humanity from the burden of labor so that it can evolve to the next level. But this entire planet, this humanity itself, the entire economic ecosystem is built on labor output. So you can't just free everybody up. Look, it just happened. They kind of freed everybody up even though everyone was stressed the fuck out, but a whole giant swath of the population did not have to go to work for almost a whole year. They were at home, and it was driving people out of their goddamn minds, because most people need to work. They have to have a purpose. So there's an occurrence when people pass away who have worked, like the people who work like till they're 70, they usually pass away soon after retirement, because then they sit at home and they feel like they have no purpose and they waste away. So the job, your existence, gives you an identity and a purpose at this point. You can't just switch it all over for, you know, a couple billion people. It's too much to adjust at once. So we are in the adjustment right now. I hope this shit makes sense. I'm trying to say it in a way that will allow me to keep saying it. I mean, in a way, to play devil's advocate, if you look at these assholes playing, the idea of freeing humanity from the burden of labor is awesome. the means to go about achieving this goal are not so goddamn awesome. Woo. Got gorilla punched in the lungs again. So, that's the egalitarian idea. That's the mode of it, is there is no work. There's no burden of labor. Everyone is free to think and create, to, come up, solve complex equations and, whatever. Invent new things and things of this nature. If you give somebody the time to just focus in whatever it is they're doing freely, then they will achieve greatness, right? If that person has to go to work 8 to 10 hours a day, can only try to achieve something with the few hours that they have free, it's going to take a lot longer. So that's the idea. In order to achieve that, you have to literally focus solely in on one thing, and that's it. So you got to think back. Way back in the masters of antiquity. The great thinkers. Plato, Aristotle, Socrates, Tesla. There's just a litany of people who have pushed humanity to another level. None of them had a 9 to 5, man. Not a single one of them was like working as an accountant during the day and then on the weekends was solving gravity. That's not how it works. These people literally did only one thing and one thing only. And if you really think about it, they also were not burdened with the idea of a liberal arts education that America has when you go to college and they force you to take, I don't know, like 20 or 30 fucking classes that have absolutely nothing to do with your major. So even at the time when you should be honing in the most on what it is that you do, they are spreading your thought process and your focus apart as far as possible. It's fucking nuts if you really think about it. So, yeah, Tian, enjoy that one. Enjoy that one. ACGC, man, I love cars, yo. I love cars. You and I can sit down and talk about cars all day, dude. As a matter of fact, one day if you catch the Dour Hour early, you gotta zoom in and you and I will just talk about cars because I fucking love cars, man. I'm an old head, though. I like basically everything from the 60s. But I'm an absolute car fanatic, and so was P. P fucking loved cars. So, yeah. Tonight, Beat Boutique, 9 o'clock. Get your music together so we can make it sound better together. Other than that, I got things to go do right now, so I'm not going to roll up another blunt for this. I will see you guys tonight. Stay safe. RIPP 333.